All right, so when I was coming up, I'm that kid who none of the leaders thought was going to make it, but I also had perfect attendance. Okay. One of my leaders talks to my dad after Wednesday night Royal Rangers meeting. I grew up in some Liz Guide church. They had Royal Rangers. And he says, Bobby, I always love having Gabe. It's always good to have Gabe around. Sometimes he can be a little bit of a handful. And my dad said, give him a spanking. Oh, yeah. Hate to do that. It's around the time people were talking about ending spankings in school. And I thought, I'm 40, and I thought I was on the tail end of that. And apparently, there's people who are 26 today, I've learned, that still got spankings. I guess that depends on the school you was raised in. You know, everybody's got all their opinions, and I don't care about any of them. So he's like, oh, you hate to do that. Well, another Wednesday night. Hey, Bobby. Always good to have Gabe. But he's like, well, spanking. Oh, I hate to do that. Hate to do that. It's got to be a different way. Third time. Hey, Bobby. Always good to have Gabe. And my dad said, if you're not going to give him a spanking, I don't want to hear about it. If you're not going to kick him out of the program and you're not going to give him a spanking, I don't want to hear about it. All right? I'm not glorifying spankings. I'm a European American descendant who cannot get other European American descendants to talk to me about anything concerning our trauma growing up in European American households. This is normalized. I can't get anyone to have a conversation with me, and that's fine. You don't have to talk to me. But I'm not glorifying spankings. But keep listening. If you're not going to kick him out of the program and you're not going to give him a spanking, I don't want to hear about it. At a camp out, me and his son were amongst a whole group of us the same age. We're about 9 years old, and we're a bunch of boys. Well, that's his son, and he's already had a conversation with my dad, and he just picks the two that he's good to go with and tears us up against a pine tree. And everyone else was like, he means business. You know what I thought? I was like, oh, he knows the program. I guess I'm going to be listening to him now. I came on here to say this. In our country, in America, if all you're going to do is keep telling us how this administration is not following the Constitution every step of the way, if that's all you're going to do, I don't want to hear about it. It's just the way I was raised. And some of the ways I was raised was wrong. You understand? I'm too intense for some people. And I'm soft enough to be manipulated by other people. Not manipulated in simple things. Manipulated in things like friendship. Manipulated in things like, oh, I thought you were actually building with me, but now I know. So I'm just coming on to say the God bless the USA generation, the freedom that you've held on to, like you're the only person at the barbecue who works hard. You and the 1/3 cousin in our family that you have any influence over, your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up. And to everybody else who's only going to complain about them and look how he's not following the Constitution. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? For the rest of you who are making excuses and not bringing any accountability because of this rich white boy complex in our country who most Southern people growing up where I grew up could not even relate to. He's from New York City. If you don't know the stereotypes, what are we talking about? But for the rest of our country, like the people who are the drunk uncle, it's up. That's enough. But for the rest of us who are just like, oh, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? If you're not going to do anything about it, I don't want to hear about it. There's one other spanking I got that was very impactful on me. Again, not here to glorify spanking. I can't get my fellow European American descendants to have a conversation with me for some reason, and that's fine. That's fine. I said something on the bus one day to a girl who's younger than me, and it really hurt her. And my principal, who was married to my pediatrician, everybody knows everybody, gave me a spanking. She was concerned that my parents might sue her because that's the world she's dealing with. And they were like, do you need me to sign something saying we're not going to sue you? And I got a spanking over how I hurt that little girl with my words. I just want you to know, I know we have better ways. Not glorifying spankings. But what happened with my principal there was like the collective feminine. All the women who loved on me said, we love you too much to let you separate yourself from us with that mouth. I got the spanking. She made it real to me. I hurt that girl. And all of a sudden, I'm starting around that age, 3rd to 5th grade, I'm starting to realize how I'm spreading my pain onto other people that was spread onto me through words and domination. Okay? So, I'm not going to stay intense. I'm also not going to keep talking about it. We're not doing anything about it. We're just, oh, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? But we're not actually going to hold grown men with my complexion to accountability in this country. If we're just not going to do it, I don't want to hear about it. You could be spending that energy doing something else more important to help us deal with a country who's just not actually going to have accountability. You're wasting your time. You should be building something different in this place we're going to have to live in if there's ultimately not going to be any accountability for grown-ass white men from New York City.